What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a heavy rounds testing with my HDR68 or TR68. This is a 7.5 joule version. I've ripped the valve block out of here and there is no restrictor in the handle. So this is basically going to be doing full power because I have I'm going to be shooting it with the CO2 tank, and typically I get like 30 to 35 joules out of this with the air tank or a CO2 tank. So yeah, there's nothing in here, so it's fully open, double deleted. I'm trying to get a good angle where you can see in there. So yeah, there's nothing in there, and the valve block has been removed, just like how I mentioned earlier. I'm going to use a MCS tank adapter. That's how you can fit this airline on here, and this is a remote line connection thing. I've used this in a bunch of videos. It's about 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and I want to try my Grimburg Joule V3s. That's the main purpose of this video. See what kind of power I get out of them, and I'll go through all the other heavy rounds I have on this table right now. So I sprayed some silicone spray down this. It's been a while since I've used it. I just did a squirt of silicone spray in there. Once it's pressurized, I'll start shooting it. I'll just pressurize it right now. So it should be good. I tried pressurizing it with my other marker, or with my other tank, that blue one right there, but I don't think there's enough pressure. There wasn't enough pressure in it to make it fire. It just wasn't wanting to shoot. So silicone spray is in there now. This is empty, but I'm going to start with the 7.2 gram alien play balls. These are my original batch. The bore size is kind of small, 677, 678. This is the Grimburg Joule V3s. I just have it in a Duke glassbreaker packaging, but yeah, Grimburg Joule V3s, 7.7 grams, 682, 684 bore size. These are the MCS Devastators. These are like the original ones. I just weighed them on my little cheap little balance, and they're 9.9 grams. All of them in this thing are 9.9 grams. Pretty accurate, I'm assuming. I think I weighed it on a really accurate scale where it goes over like 4 digits, and they were averaging like 9.85 or something like that. So I'll just say 9.9. So 7.2, 7.7 average, 9.9 grams average. And these are my super heavy, super thick 11 gram Riot balls. These are steel ball bearing coated in rubber. I put oil on them. I just have this oil, and I just kind of spray a little bit in there, or squirt some in there, and then cover this up and just like shake this around to spread the oil out. So these are freshly oiled. I'm gonna shoot those last. Maybe I'll see some kind of fluctuation in power because this is a CO2 tank and it's going to make everything cold in here, but I'm just going to do one mag of each. And I got my chronograph right there, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, 7.2 gram aluminum balls. I'm just loading them in the TR68, and this thing's on the airline or CO2 tank. And yeah, here we go. .320, 322. The CO2 tank I'm using is fully pressurized. I've only shot like 10 rounds through it prior to this, so it should be putting out about 1,000 psi, or like 900 at least. 322, 316, 316. So that's it for the alien play balls. It may have settled down now that I've shot it a few times. This is the Grimburg Joule V3s, 7.7 grams. In all my previous testing, they seem to perform almost the same as the alien play balls, maybe like a half joule increase, but these weigh a little bit more, so they should be a slightly slower speed, but we'll see what happens. Slower speed than the alien plays, but we'll see what happens. 306, They are a better bore match for this. 308. 306. 302. 300. So next up, I got the MCS Devastators. I'm going to clear out my box before I shoot these, and we'll see what these do. So yeah, 9.9 grams. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, Devastators are in the TR68. I don't know what size bore these are. It's kind of hard to measure those because they have those like finned sabot or whatever the hell it's called on it. So yeah, 9.9 grams. I think they'll be like 260 or 270 FPS. I don't know. 290. All right, maybe not. 286. 282. 282. 268. Kind of random. I'm gonna clear out my box and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, last up, the 11 gram Riot balls. When I weighed them, they're like 10.9 grams and they're really big. They're kind of all over the place for the bore, but they're pretty much averaging like 691 on the bore size. So some of them are 689, some of them are 691, some of them are 693. I just grabbed 5 random ones out of that little plastic bucket thing. So 10.9 grams. 244. 240. 250. 250 again. All right, 256. So yeah, it may have been, I don't know, maybe a slight fluctuation in the bore. Maybe this is just, I don't know, inconsistent slightly, but I'll go over this data. I'll write it on a piece of paper and stuff, and I'll share that inside the house. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I turn off my air valve. This is just random bonus footage because I don't want to air this out by pushing the button. So see how many shots I get. 3 shots. What's going on, guys? So I'm back in the house. I just shot the TR68, the giant boss hog revolver, double deleted 7.5 joule version. So full power, 73 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 22.5 degrees Celsius. I might try this again. Maybe I'll do the heaviest rounds first and the Grimburg Joules V3s and the alien plays last, just to see if there's if maybe, because I'm using a CO2 tank, could be getting cold in here and I'm getting slightly weakened shots. That didn't pan out for the MCS Devastators. I was pretty surprised. And I'll show you all the averages and stuff. So the alien plays and the Grimburg Joules V3s, the alien plays actually outperformed them. 34 joules, 34 joules, 34 joules, 33.4, 33.4. The Joules V3s, the highest was 33.93 and the lowest was 32.19. So the highest on the alien plays had 2 shots at 34.68. And I mean, maybe my X radar isn't like the best. Maybe it's spot on. I don't know. There's no way for me to validate those speeds. It's just this is what I have. So Devastators surprised me. They were high of 38.68, low of 33.03. Don't know why that one was so low, but that's what it read. And I had 2 at this speed, 282, And the Riot balls were the worst performing ones, I think, because they're so big and they have a lot of pressure on the edges of the barrel. Because I've shot the Riot balls out of the there's no pressure or anything in this, it's empty. I've shot the Riot balls out of the TCR barrel, stock barrel, and they work, but I feel like because they're so big, they cause a lot of like back pressure, and it's probably getting lost because it's too much friction. Even when they're oiled, there's too much friction in the barrel. I've used them in the TR68, obviously. I've shot them in the Salt Supply S2, and they do work, but they do perform worse than like Alien plays and Grimburg Joules V3s and stuff. I think because they're so big. I have not used them yet in my Saber, but I feel like it won't be good. It'll either get stuck or it might not even fire. I don't know. I don't really want to try just because I already know they're probably not going to be that great. And I know I can take that apart and push them out with the something like a wooden dowel or something to pop out the ball, but I don't want to go through all that trouble just to see what they do. And this was the average for these 5 shots. Like I said, I'll probably try, maybe I'll do the Riot balls first because they performed so bad and it was the last set of rounds that I shot. Maybe I'll do these first in a couple of videos down the line. And maybe I'll do like the Joules second, or I don't know, I'll vary this up. But it did perform pretty good overall today. This is just a stock TR68 with the valve block removed and no restrictor in the handle. I don't have a tuning barrel on this. I don't have a shortened firing pin. I don't have anything else done to this. This is just straight out the box with the valve block removed and no restrictor in the handle. This does not come with a restrictor. You can shoot it with a 12 gram CO2 the way this is right now, fully open, but you'll only get about 6 shots out of it. And the first shot will probably hit around 30 or 31 joules, and your second shot will be like 20 joules, and then your third shot will probably be like 18 or 17. It just loses power really quick. So you're pretty much just going to get like one magazine, and it's really big. So these are the averages for those 5 shots. In case I didn't show it very much, the MCS Devastators had the best average. The Alien plays were second. The Grimburg Joules V3s were third. And the Riot balls were last. If I didn't have the Riot balls, the Joules V3s would have been last place, which is strange. I don't know. I thought that they would be better than the Alien plays, just because based on all my other videos, shooting them like in the TCR and in the S2, and I think that's all I have really for 68 caliber. Oh, and in the Saber too. Usually in the Saber, these outperform the Alien plays. So that's just what happened today for whatever reason. So yeah, thanks for checking it out. In case you want a size comparison, I have all these right here on the table right here. So this is the S2. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than the TR68. And the TR68 is just, it's really powerful. Definitely like a home defense type of thing, or like have it in a vehicle, but it's just like massive. If Umarex ever made a smaller 68 caliber pistol, I feel like it would maybe perform better than the S2. I just don't know if this performs well because it has such a long barrel, or if it's because of the valve, or something like that. I don't design launchers. I don't know the internals. Like, I know how to change stuff on them, but I don't know why this hits so hard. I'm assuming it's because the barrel's so long, because this barrel's like a 6-inch barrel, I think. This has like a 3 3/4 inch barrel, and I always forget to measure this, but it's not that long, the barrel. It might be longer than the S2 barrel, but I'll have to measure it next time I tear it open, which might be fairly soon. And this is the Saber in relation to the TR68. So handle to handle, it's a lot bigger. And if I put the front of the barrel, butt them up against each other, the Saber's like half the handle's like halfway through the TR68. So yeah, this thing's just massive. The TR68, it's just really big. So that's the only disadvantage. But yeah, I feel like if Umrex made something like the HDP50 but in 68 caliber, it would probably sell really well, and who knows what you can do to it to make it more powerful than stock. Maybe it'll hit like 25 joules, maybe, but I don't know. Umrex hasn't shown anything about having a 68 caliber smaller pistol than this. This is all they have, I'm pretty sure, currently. I didn't see anything at the SHOT Show footage that John Reynolds had about Umrex making a 68 caliber smaller, like compact. All I saw was that large, like rifle style launcher that Umrex is going to make at some point. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you guys next time.